Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Spotlight for the Back to the 80s YouTube channel. I am Willbreaker41 and today I'm going to be presenting you with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figure. It is one of the turtles. It's the genius of the group, the purple bandana wearing Donatello. Donatello, really cool. One of my favorite turtles actually. When we would play turtles in the backyard, I would always be Donatello. And was one of my favorite. The bow staff was definitely my favorite weapon of the group. And really, Donatello, the way he was portrayed in the cartoon, I really liked. He was really a smart character, a genius of some sorts, but still was a fighter. He wouldn't back down from anybody and would always come up with kind of clever ways of fighting, if you will. I would say that Donatello's mostly known for his inventions. Pretty much everything that was mechanical that the Turtles used was invented by Donatello. I mean, he turned April O'Neil's van into the Turtle van. He made a Turtle blimp. He made the Turtle comms, the Turtle cycle, and the list goes on and on. There's quite a few of the items that Donatello made, and they really were just fantastic inventions and really fit well into the cartoon and fit well with Donatello's personality in the cartoon. Barry Gordon voiced the character, who did a fantastic job of voice acting Donatello. Really didn't do much voice acting per se because it's his own voice. If you were to call Barry Gordon on the phone, you'd be talking to Donatello. Just maybe a little bit of a register, just that much up. But the thing about Donatello and all of these turtles is the amount of toys that were produced by the toy makers. Playmate ended up just producing a ton of these turtles. I'm going to show you a handful, maybe 10 of the Donatello toys, but there are 20 to 25 different turtles just in the 80s releases. There was the original Donatello. There was a sewer swimming Donatello where his legs actually kicked and would actually swim in water. Don the Undercover Turtle, the storage shelled turtle. He was a basketball player. He was a power lifter. They had movie Donatello, which they had all of the movie characters come out, and that's when they kind of changed the look of the turtles. Some say for the better, some say for the worst, but we'll take a look at that here shortly. But really nothing was ever off limits for the turtles. They would make them into any and everything, and I think that was just to, I guess, make it for a little something for everybody. There's Punker Don. Well, that may be for kind of back then the skater dudes. There was Slam Dunkin' Don, which may have been for the athletes. There was also a Cowboy Don that you could see, Hose 'em Down Don, fireman, a pilot, and whatnot, an army guy. But really quite a few of them, and what we're going to do in this spotlight is take a look at the different toys that at least I have to show you some of the differences and what Playmate was thinking while making these toys. So, without further ado, let's go take a look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Donatello. There are just a few examples of the Donatello toy line that you can go to and that you could have collected. First off, as you can see, they just vary. Really, the only thing that stays the same is the color of the headband. As we go to the back here, we see the 25th anniversary Donatello with bow staff. It's pretty much the same as the original Donatello. We have, just in this picture alone, the original Donatello, Powerlifting Don, let's see here, Crazy Cowboy Don. We go over just a little bit there in the back, as you can see, that is Cartwheel Karate Don. This Don here in the front foreground here, his head goes down and I couldn't find his name. We have Delta Team Don. And as we go over, we have Movie Star Don,
Undercover Dawn, and Dawn Storage Shell Turtle. Now, that Storage Shell Turtle was a second release. There was 2 releases of the toy, and really, that was the only time that toy was redone. Now, as for the differences between this toy, we'll start off with the original. As you could tell, not a lot of stuff with the articulation. It rotates. On the back here, he has a place to where his bow staff can be stored. Articulation for all these guys are almost going to be identical, but you can just see the detail here of this toy. Really good toy, the original Donatello. As it went from this, the next turtle that came out for Donatello was Undercover Dawn. And here you have Undercover Dawn. They give him this goofy little mask, and he's undercover. But I think it works well because this was seen quite a bit in the cartoon. Nice trench coat. You can still see the purple. They did that a lot in the cartoon, which was really cool. We go on next to Dawn the Storage Shelled Turtle. Now, he comes with this little axe, which is cool. You can tell a little difference, the smile on each of these. It's always a facial reaction, and really the eyes, not a lot of difference. What will happen with this turtle is his back will pop open. And as you can see there are some Chinese stars held. And quite a few of the other toys' weapons could fit in there. Obviously, the 2 that I have out cannot fit in there. The only ones that I have remaining are the ones that are visible for him. But, nonetheless, kind of a cool little deal. And a cool little gimmick. Even though they didn't do that in the cartoon, it is a cool gimmick for a toy. Now, when we move on with the next line of toys, it gets a little bit more gimmicky. And what I mean by gimmicky is like this Donatello, who does come with his bow staff, has the nice little bow staff holder. Shell doesn't move, but what you would see in the cartoon every now and again, they would duck their head, and it would pop right back out when it wanted to. It would just be leg triggered. As you can see, you push that down, pop the leg, and it pops open. They did that quite a bit in the cartoon. So another kind of cartoon accurate toy with what they did. You go on next, as you can kind of see, the weirdness is starting to come out here. And we move to Powerlifting Dawn. Now, Donatello came with some weights and stuff like that. But just gold medal, Olympic, they're trying to really get into the Olympic medal proportion of it. Now, this button here, mine is broke. As you can see, I'm pushing it in, and that would have lifted his arms up. But that is Powerlifting Dawn. Now, with all of this passing, we move to Movie Turtles. Yay! It's where they actually changed. And as you can see, the dots, the actual plastic, or I guess latex maybe, of what this toy is made of has changed. You don't see the purple, or the black belt, I'm sorry, with the D. It's just like a leather thing. Now the articulation for these becomes more great. They can pretty much move all over. They still don't have knees or foot articulation, but they are more posable. This ends up dividing a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans if they like this mold from the others. Me personally, I really don't mind it. It's kind of a cool little update on the toys. It is harder for them to stand or be on a shelf, but other than that, they do look pretty cool. We move on to even more gimmicky toys with this guy. No, yeah, Crazy Cowboy Don. And as you can see, it gets real crazy. He's got like a little licorice, I think it's supposed to be a pipe, but it kind of looks like a candy cane. But yeah, this goes back to the hard molded shell. These are the plastic to where they're not movable like the movie figures. Yeah, it's a movie figure, and it's Crazy Cowboy Don. One of the last loose figures we're going to look at is Delta Team Don. Okay, he's missing. This one is missing quite a few things, but he's got camo on his face. He's got light green on dark green with purple goggles. So it is what it is, to be honest with you. As we move to Cartwheelin' Karate Don. you can just kind of tell what he does here. This one's sealed still, so I'm not going to open it. But he just kind of leans to the side, flips, and he's supposed to land on his feet. Haha, right. I bet that happens. But as you can see here, you can see that all the turtles got this action. And there's a nice little bio there that I'll just put on the screen, and if you want, pause now and read it. But we're going to move on to the 25th anniversary toy, which is the exact same toy as the original. It all comes full circle. This one actually comes with an episode 2 Enter the Shredder DVD, which is always fun. But I'm Willbreaker41. This is a spotlight on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Donatello. So be sure to check out part 3 of the Back to the 80s YouTube channel